So let's spill it. Meghan Markle, the former royal ex-Suits actress and self-declared full-time brand, is back in the headlines. But this time, it's not for a glossy magazine cover, not for a Netflix triumph, and not for another podcast where she plays the victim. No, this one is different. This one reeks of desperation. Word on the street is Meghan has done something unthinkable. She picked up her phone, scrolled through her contacts, and dialed straight into Calabasas, home turf of the Kardashian empire. And let me tell you, it wasn't for brunch or some cutesy selfie collab. Meghan wasn't looking for sisterhood over lip kits or Instagram filters. She was looking for help. Yes, help. Let that sink in. The same Meghan who once stormed Buckingham Palace and turned it into her personal Hollywood set is now allegedly begging the queens of reality TV for a lifeline. And here's the kicker. It's not even about pitching a project. No, she's pitching herself. Imagine that fall from grace. Once, her name alone could crash websites and dominate headlines. She was the moment, the face of a new royal era. But Hollywood doesn't run on fairy tales. It runs on relevance and engagement. And lately, Meghan's been losing both at lightning speed. The fall from royal rebel to Hollywood risk. Let's be real here. A few years ago, Meghan was the global obsession, the glamorous outsider who broke into the stiff British monarchy and made the world think she was rewriting royal history. She was on the covers, in the interviews, the woman everyone couldn't stop talking about. But fast forward to today, her brand is crumbling. Netflix quietly stepped back, Spotify slammed the door shut. Even the press, who once swarmed around her like bees to honey, has moved on. One day she's the voice of change, the next she's just another name scrolling past in a headline people don't even bother to click. That's why this Kardashian move matters. This isn't just about celebrity clout. This is Meghan's SOS signal. Her flare shot up into the Hollywood sky, and she's praying Kris Jenner sees it. She's hoping the Kardashians, those masters of reinvention, scandal, and turning chaos into billion-dollar branding, can throw her a ladder back up. Maybe it's a cameo on Hulu. Maybe a docuseries where she reclaims her truth. Maybe just a rebrand so strong that people forget her flop era ever happened. That's the fantasy, but the reality? Oh, it's far messier. Meghan's offer versus Kardashian power. Here's the cold truth. The Kardashians don't hand out clout like charity. They don't give platforms, they own them. And they can smell an agenda from a mile away. And Meghan? She's not subtle. Her career needs a jumpstart, badly, and she's betting Kim, Khloe, or Kris can do for her what she can't do on her own. But here's the problem. This isn't 2018 anymore. People don't swoon because you wore a crown once. The shine is worn off. And Meghan hasn't exactly been stacking wins. Her shows underperformed, her podcast flopped, her PR machine is sputtering like a car running out of gas on a deserted road. So, unless she's sitting on some explosive royal secret, the kind that could fuel an entire Kardashian season, the family may not bite. Worse, they could flip it and use Meghan's desperation for their own storyline. Think about it. Meghan reaching out, begging for a spot at their table, only to get played. That's the kind of TV the Kardashians know sells. The tightrope Meghan is walking, here's where it gets brutal. If the Kardashians accept Meghan into their orbit, she gets one last shot at proving she's still got it. But if they don't, then she's just another desperate celebrity clawing for attention, begging to stay relevant. And let's be honest, Hollywood loves a comeback, but it absolutely despises desperation. The clock is ticking. Meghan's no longer asking, how do I stay in the spotlight? She's asking, how do I survive it? And don't think for a second that Kim Kardashian is impressed by Meghan's old royal baggage. Kim doesn't care about tiaras or tabloids from across the pond. Her world runs on numbers, influence, and cultural pull. Meghan calling her isn't just some casual reach out, it's a calculated gamble, and Kim knows it. This isn't the first time someone has tried to tap into the Kardashian machine. Fame fades, doors close, and suddenly everyone wants a sip of that Kardashian glow-up magic. The difference? Meghan isn't just another influencer launching a perfume line, she's a former duchess. And that makes the stakes sky high. Enter Kris Jenner, the mastermind, the woman who turned family scandals into billion-dollar empires. You think Meghan's call took Kris by surprise? Please, this is a woman who can spot desperation the moment it speaks. She probably listened to Meghan's pitch with her classic poker face, nodding politely, sipping her wine, while her mind was already running the numbers. Optics, headlines, sponsorships, fallout. Kris knows Meghan comes with baggage. A lot of baggage. On one side, Meghan has fans who see her as brave, misunderstood, and relentlessly outspoken. On the other, a massive crowd who thinks she's manipulative, entitled, and obsessed with controlling her narrative. She's polarizing, pure gasoline on the fire. The Kardashians thrive on heat, yes, but they're also cautious. They know the difference between drama that sells and drama that destroys. With Meghan, the line is thin. One wrong step, and instead of Kardashian content gold, they're dragged into royal-sized backlash. Meghan's redemption arc gamble. Here's the thing, Meghan's not offering a brand anymore. She's not the glamorous duchess or even the edgy royal rebel she once painted herself to be. What she's selling now is a redemption arc. A woman who fell from grace but is fighting her way back storyline. But here's the catch. Hollywood only buys redemption arcs if they feel earned and raw. People want honesty, vulnerability, tears, not a carefully polished, PR-scrubbed Meghan reading from the same old victim script. And that's her biggest problem. Meghan's public image has always been about perfection. Perfect hair, perfect speeches, perfect stories about resilience. But perfection doesn't trend. Flaws trend. Messiness trends. Kardashian-level chaos trends. If Meghan can't give that, then why would they take her in? Meanwhile, Meghan is still banking on the idea that her royal past still carries weight, that Duchess still sparkles enough to pull viewers. But in the Kardashian world, titles mean nothing. Content is king. Engagement is queen. And Kris Jenner, she built her empire by monetizing heartbreaks, divorces, scandals, even a sex tape. Meghan's fairy tale crown doesn't move the needle anymore. Timing couldn't be worse. And let's not ignore the timing. The Kardashians are not in a desperate era. They don't need Meghan to boost ratings. They're already drowning in sponsorships, side hustles, kids, and a constant drip feed of personal drama to keep Hulu running. So why risk the balance they've built by inviting Meghan Markle into their world? She's unpredictable. And let's not forget, there's a reason the Kardashians have never opened their doors to royal orbit before. It's messy, untested, and full of potential landmines. Still, controversy sells, and Kris knows it. If Meghan's pitch is sharp enough, if she promises juicy exclusives, viral-level confessionals, or inside royal dirt, the family might just consider it. Not out of loyalty, not out of friendship, but out of pure, cold content value, because that's what Meghan is now. Content. The brutal shift from aura to applicant. Think about it. Once upon a time, Meghan was the one radiating aura, commanding fascination, sitting on the throne of public obsession. And now, she's the one knocking on doors, hoping someone lets her in. The Kardashians aren't chasing her, she's chasing them. And the power dynamic couldn't be more reversed. If all Meghan is offering is her name and a flimsy docuseries idea, that's not enough. But if she comes in with access, with scandal, with genuine reinvention, then the conversation gets interesting. Hollywood doesn't care what you were. It only cares what you are right now. And right now, Meghan Markle is dangling somewhere between legacy and irrelevance. The crown gave her visibility, yes, but it didn't guarantee longevity. That's why every move she makes now feels rushed, urgent, even desperate. She's no longer shielded by palace walls or royal protocol. She's out in the wild, Hollywood, where sharks have been circling for decades. And believe me, these Kardashians are apex predators. Meghan versus the Kardashian formula. Here's the irony. For years, Meghan ran from the chaos. She ran from the tabloids, the paparazzi, the headlines. She wanted control, polish, the chance to tell her own version of the story. Now, she's knocking on the door of a family who built an empire on chaos as currency. Divorce, scandals, meltdowns, feuds, you name it, the Kardashians turned it into watchable television. And Meghan, she's begging them to let her in. Not as a sideshow, not as a former Duchess cameo, but as a collaborator. The problem? The Kardashians don't do charity. If they bring Meghan in, it won't be to save her. It'll be because they smell content gold. And let's face it, what could be more viral than watching Meghan Markle, the self-proclaimed Hollywood royal, try to claw her way back into relevance under Kardashian supervision? That's ratings candy. But only if she gives up control, only if she's willing to talk, really talk, about the royals, about Harry, about failures, about the empire that crumbled under her watch. And is Meghan Markle ready for that? That's the question. The crossroads. So here she stands. Reinvention or rejection. Transparency or obscurity. The cameras aren't officially rolling yet, but let's be honest, they already are. The public is watching. Not because they're rooting for Meghan, not because they want her to win, but because they're curious. They want to see if she can actually do Hollywood or if she just thought she could. Behind the PR, the carefully staged photo ops, and the designer outfits is a woman who knows her time is running out. Meghan may still have a few cards left, but they're not as shiny as they used to be. If this Kardashian gamble blows up, there may be no next comeback. No soft landings, just silence. But if she pulls it off, if she convinces Kris Jenner to give her the mic, if she delivers content that people actually want, then Meghan rewrites her story. She stops being the fallen duchess. She becomes the woman who hustled, clawed, and fought her way back, not with crowns, not with fairy tales, but with raw ambition and risk. This Kardashian gamble, it's the biggest risk she's ever taken, and the clock is ticking.